Dave, how likely is it that Johnson's request that certain demands be scrapped by the European Union?
It's not very likely to be met by President von der Leyen, mostly because she can't. She doesn't have the power to. Boris Johnson just arrived here at the Berlaymont, the European Commission headquarters. Behind me, his motorcade drove in, so they will start that dinner shortly. But the problem Boris Johnson is facing is that Ursula von der Leyen is under a mandate given to her by the 27 EU member countries. She cannot stray very far beyond that. What Boris Johnson is going to ask her, apparently, based on what he told the House of Commons today, is to change those red lines from the EU on the level playing field, on governance and on fisheries. She just isn't authorized to do that. On the other hand, he is authorized to violate the UK's red lines because those red lines are his and his alone. And also, the EU side knows that he has the votes in the British Parliament to pass a deal that does accept level playing field guarantees and a compromise on fisheries. So this is kind of an uneven talk, if you will. On one hand, you have Boris Johnson, who has a lot of power, a lot of leeway in these negotiations, and sitting across the table is President von der Leyen, who at best can only just relay a message to the 27 EU heads of government and heads of state. Now, they will be meeting here tomorrow, just further behind me here at the European Council building. They will be having an in-person summit where Brexit is not technically on the agenda, but it's possible that Boris Johnson will tell von der Leyen what he needs in order to get a deal, and she will communicate that to EU prime ministers and presidents tomorrow at that European Council summit. But if what he will tell her is that in order to get a deal, he has to have a complete capitulation from the EU on level playing field and on fisheries, that is not going to be a message that tomorrow the leaders are going to be able to do anything with.
Yeah, so it sounds like realistically not a huge amount can be achieved over dinner. So where do we head to from here, Dave?
Well, as I say, if, as we expect, tonight doesn't yield a deal, and that's almost certain, then tomorrow the EU leaders will take stock. Von der Leyen will brief them on the contents of this dinner. I suspect they will then say, okay, keep negotiating based on the results of this conversation. But I think at that point, they will be assuming that we're going toward no deal, and then the contingency plans will kick in. So you would have kind of public negotiations happening, but behind the scenes you would have EU leaders assuming that we're heading toward no deal and making the preparations accordingly. The thing is, the EU does not want to be seen as the one walking away from the table here, so they will continue talks no matter what. The question will be, are those talks actually substantive?
Okay, well, thank you.